Imagine you're 16 years old. It's 2 a.m. Your phone buzzes. A private message from a username you don't recognize. It says, and I'm quoting exactly, "Do you want to play a game?" You laugh it off. You almost ignore it. But curiosity gets the better of you. You type back, "What kind of game?" What happens next put the story on the front pages of newspapers across Russia, Europe, the UK, and eventually the entire internet. And whether it entirely real or entirely myth, it became one of the most disturbing viral panics of the 21st century. Tonight, we're talking about the blue whale game. And no, I really wouldn't Google this at 3 a.m. It's 2016. Russia. A journalist named Galina Mersaleva publishes an article in the newspaper Novaya Gazeta. The headline claims that an online group has been linked to the suicides of over 130 teenagers. The group is allegedly run through VKontakte, the Russian equivalent of Facebook, and the method? A 50-day challenge. Each day, a mysterious anonymous curator sends a participant a new task. The task starts small. Wake up at 4:20 a.m. Watch a scary movie. Stand on the edge of a roof and send a photo. Carve a shape into your skin. Day by day, they escalate. And according to the article, on day 50, the participant is instructed to end their life. The name blue whale reportedly comes from the phenomenon of whales beaching themselves, voluntarily swimming to shore to die, as if they chose it. The article exploded. Parents panicked. Schools sent letters home. Russia's government launched investigations. And then the story went global. Here's what makes this story so chilling. Even if you're skeptical about how real it was, the psychological mechanics behind it are completely real. And they work. The curators, the people allegedly running these games, reportedly targeted teenagers who were already isolated, already struggling, people who felt invisible, and then they made them feel seen. That's the first hook. Attention. Someone noticed you. The second hook? Commitment. Once you complete task 1, you've started. You put skin in the game, literally, in some accounts. Psychologists call this escalating commitment. Each small step makes the next step easier to justify. The third? Secrecy. Participants were told to keep the game private. Don't tell your parents. Don't tell your friends. If you do, we know where you live. If you stop, something bad will happen to your family. Whether or not that was ever carried out, the threat alone created isolation, which made the participants more dependent on the game. And then there's the group identity. You're one of us now, only we understand you. This is a textbook psychological manipulation sequence. And the reason it spread so fast online is because it felt true, even to people who never encountered it firsthand. By 2017, something strange started happening. The blue whale game wasn't just a Russian story anymore. Reports were coming out of India, Kazakhstan, Brazil, the UK, the United States. And then came the posts. You've seen the format. Don't Google the blue whale game at night. People who searched for this were contacted by a curator. I found one of the task lists in my younger sister's notes. Now, here's where I need to be honest with you. Many of those posts were fabricated. Journalists and researchers who dug into the original Russian claims found that the 130 deaths figure from that first newspaper article was never verified. Some of the suicides cited had no confirmed connection to any online game at all. But, and this is a crucial but, police in several countries did make arrests. A 21-year-old man in Russia named Philip Budikin was sentenced to prison. He admitted to running groups and psychologically manipulating vulnerable teenagers. Real people, real harm. So what we're dealing with is a story that's part documented reality, part moral panic, and part viral myth. All three tangled together in a way that made it almost impossible to separate, which, honestly, makes it scarier. Here's the thing nobody talks about enough. The blue whale game spread because of the very specific fear parents and governments had, that the internet could reach into your home, find the most vulnerable person in it, and destroy them, remotely, anonymously, and whether the specific 50-task challenge was entirely real or partly myth. That fear wasn't irrational. That mechanism is real. There are documented cases, not just blue whale, but other online challenge trends. where vulnerable young people were recruited, manipulated, and encouraged towards self-harm through private online communities. The pipeline exists. The curators exist. The psychological levers are well understood. What the blue whale panic did, for better or worse, was force an international conversation about online child safety, mental health, and the speed at which dangerous ideas travel on social media. Russia introduced new internet laws in its wake. India launched national awareness campaigns. Schools worldwide updated their digital safety curricula. And at the same time, the panic also caused harm. Copycat threats. Kids falsely accusing each other of playing the game. Parents pulling children offline in ways that increased their isolation rather than helping it. The very conditions the original curators had exploited. That's the real twist here. The urban legend ate itself. Let me walk you through what reportedly appeared on the task list. And I'm going to be careful here, because some of this is genuinely disturbing and some of it has never been fully verified. The early tasks were almost mundane. Wake up at 4:20 a.m., that specific time for 20, referred to as the quiet hour. Watch a horror film alone. Listen to certain music playlists, reportedly psychedelic or deeply unsettling tracks. Send a photo of your feet on the edge of a rooftop. The middle tasks escalated. The participant was asked to carve a shape, specifically a whale, into their skin with a pin or a blade. Not deep, just enough to leave a mark, a symbol of belonging. And then the curators, according to accounts, would ask, "Did you do it? Send me proof." That proof was a trap. Now, the curator had something. Leverage. The participant had done something they were ashamed of, something that could be shown to parents, to schools. The later tasks involved more extreme sleep deprivation, social withdrawal, and eventually, what researchers described as a carefully constructed psychological state of hopelessness. What's haunting about this structure isn't that any single task is unthinkable. It's the slope. It's the fact that by task 30, participants had already done 29 things they never imagined doing. And the voice in their ear was saying, "You've come this far. That's not a game. That's a blueprint." The blue whale game is now almost a decade old. Philip B. Deacon served time. The original V-contact groups were deleted. Most of the 2017 era hysteria has faded. But here's why it still matters. Every few years, a new version appears. A new challenge, a new name, a new platform. And the pattern is always the same. Target the vulnerable, build dependency, escalate slowly, maintain secrecy. If you're watching this and you're worried about someone in your life, a younger sibling, a friend, your own kid, the warning signs aren't what most people think. It's not a whale symbol on a notebook. It's withdrawal, unexplained changes in sleep, spending long hours online in a way that feels secretive rather than social, a sudden, intense attachment to a particular online group or individual. And if you're watching this and something about this story feels a little too familiar, please talk to someone, not online, someone in your physical world. The internet has given us incredible things, but also created new ways for damaged people to find the most isolated version of someone and convince them they're not worth saving. They are. You are. I'll link some resources in the description. And if you wanted to cover more internet mysteries, urban legends, or digital dark history, subscribe and drop your requests in the comments. Stay curious, stay safe, and maybe just this once, don't Google it at 3 a.m.